Hello. Where is that? There it is. Hello, Eros. Let's look at the bonus menu, because we haven't done that yet. You can use eyeballs here to purchase bonus content. By progressing the story, more bonus content will be unlocked. Mizuki Ryuki outfit, what does that mean? It's fucking expensive.
Yay! Woohoo! Good choice.
Yeah, so that's all the options I have right now. Why are there so many Ryukis? Tsunku. Shita. Ah, yes, the mechanical version of Mizuki's pipe. The Evolver MC. Mizuki. I don't think she would have looked very good with puffy hair like that.
God of energy, Inti, Pachaka Max!
Wait, the Ferris wheel?
I wish you luck with the investigation. I'm rooting for you.
I thought it would be easier to talk to you this way.
The bat's 490 code. I solved it.
The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality.
How should I call on a UFO? Nile! Look at the sky. That's not gonna get a UFO to come in. Okay, so it's a steel shelf. There's a Tengu nose in it. Brawn tube style monitor. There are various things on the table.
Excuse me. Could you go buy some soy sauce for me?
I thought I just heard something.
Ah, you mean the cleaning lady.
Oh, it's just the cleaning lady. Wait, what?
The locker in the corner of the room. A monitor, there's nothing being displayed. It's a binder here. There are complicated character strings and figures on the monitor. Door leading to the sink room.
Ryuki, I'll let you be my chair once this case is solved.
No, I'm okay.
It's a chair. Sink machine can be seen through the window. It's the door. It's boss. Her real name is Shizue Kuranushi. It's Fuda. His real name is Fuda Amanuma. Any progression on the
There hasn't
investigation?
been any progress yet. The people over at HQ are totally incompetent. They must have had stuff with fermented beans or something.
Where is Mr. Date?
Who knows? He went off somewhere right after you left.
He's probably playing the nipple guessing game at some cabaret club in Nakamaguro right about now. He's on vacation, so I'm sure he's taking a load off while he can.
No, he's taking a load off, alright.
The nipple game is a game in which a man asks a woman to guess where their nipple is while their shirt is on. Even if it's a guy asking a girl to do it, it's kind of problematic. Is that what that is? Why are you here?
Why do you ask? I'm the engineer of Abyss. Of course I'm always here.
Yeah, but I've been wondering about something. In November of last year,
You were dishonorably discharged for reasons related to the new Cyclops serial killings, weren't you?
Pewter with gun.
You leaked internal police information, not to mention you aided a criminal in his escape.
I made some arrangements behind the scenes. Pewter is a crucial part of Abyss. I couldn't let them lock him up.
you can do that?
Normally, no. But in this case...
Boss has dirt on members of the executive, judicial, and legislative branches of the government.
I am truly grateful to you, boss.
No need to thank me. You just need to be a good little workhorse. Oh, and it'd be great if you could introduce me to some good-looking studs while you're at it.
I know about a dozen.
I'm counting on you.
Abyss is kind of scary.
You get used to it.
About the malfunction of Abyss's communication system.
That's outside of my jurisdiction. So, I don't know too much about it, but I'm sure the person in charge is desperately trying to fix it as we speak. It should be fixed soon.
About Chikara.
I gave Chikara the usual medicine to put him to sleep.
Are you sure that's okay?
What do you mean?
I mean, maybe there are legality issues.
Oh, don't worry about that. The higher-ups will take care of it for me.
About Chikara.
I got Tama's report. The QR video seems to be the key to solving this case. And she believes Chikara is linked to the Bats 490 video, which has a striking similarity.
He's extremely suspicious. He must be the culprit.
I think it's a bit early for that conclusion.
But he said he didn't know about the video, right? If he's willing to lie about one thing, he's willing to lie about everything.
I still think that's a bit unreasonable.
In any case, shall we get started? Ryuki, you know what to do. Sync with him.
Ryuki, this isn't your first time syncing. You've delved into Somnia many times in the past 6 months.
Thanks.
So, I'm sure you know without me telling you, but...
I can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. It's alright, I know.
Okay then, let's begin.
It's the lab. Why is it half the body and why does it have a whip?
What is this place?
It looks like something made by an older generation of CG technology.
Back when it was still hyped up as groundbreaking, huh?
It's a car. Oh, interesting. It's very cyberpunk. Or very vaporwave.
Hey, did you see someone just now?
Looks suspicious.
Why don't we ask that person there about it?
Who?
You must have a lot of questions, like, what happened to your other half?
Not really.
Must be hard to walk. Bench pressing must be tough too.
You really want me to ask about that stuff?
Yeah, do it.
But hey, isn't benching kinda hard?
Hey, why are you talking to a statue?
Damn it, Ryuki. Stop wasting my time. I'll only be in Somnium for 6 minutes.
Oh.
Damn it, damn it, damn it. This is getting out of hand.
That's Chikara. Tama, follow him.
On this side, my genius left brain harnessing my processing power. On this side, my brilliant right brain within which my creativity is boundless. The very layout of this facility itself, mimicking my brain, will serve as inspiration for my masterpiece.
What's going on here?
I need to be careful. I can't get too close.
Now, this. Bionic Body's accidental biology. The Bionic Body Creation Program.
Bio what?
BBAB.
The logical center of the left brain, and the creative center of the right. By combining them, I can create a superhuman. Whew, wouldn't want that getting out. I hope I never see you again. Goodbye.
What?
No, he ran off.
Chikara in this dream world is just as bonkers as he is in real life.
He feels more insane.
Looks like he doesn't want anyone in this room.
Yeah, you can tell by the conscious antibody in front of the door.
Conscious antibody?
They're an embodiment of a sync subject's caution. When you try to access information that the sync E is trying to hide, it overstimulates the synapse. That makes the body emit a ton of norepinephrine, which creates a conscious antibody within the somnium.
Well, what does this conscious antibody do?
You see how it says instant death on his crotch there? If I touch him, a massive delay spike will occur in the sync information transfer system.
Which means...
Touch him and our available time in Somnium drops like crazy.
Got it. But how do we get into the room without getting past our do not touch power stance man friend here?
Well, we just need to get rid of the conscious antibody somehow.
What if we use that device that Chikara was using to move instant death power stance man?
I'm sorry, instant death power stance man?
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty appropriate name for him.
Anyway, let's check the device first. Looks like the power is out.
Let's start by activating the device.
Yeah, let's go.
Somnium scan, activate!
Four mental locks, okay. Uncover the secret Chikara is hiding. There is no doubt Chikara is hiding something. Open the door to expose what he's hiding.
The lock on that door is open. Past that is a stone statue with no power.
Power? On a stone statue?
This is Chikara's Somnium. You don't have to think about the logic. Anyway, that door. Let's head past it to the stone statue.
Use the blank, join the blank, and create a blank. Hello, Congo. Oh, that's what I wanted. There's no splits in this Somnium.
A warrior of the Maasai tribe, a nomadic tribe who predominantly live in Kenya and Tanzania. They have great physical ability and are skilled with spears. They are capable of fighting wild beasts like lions. Among Maasai warriors, those who jump the highest receive the greatest praise.
They're famous for their jumping skills.
If they can beat a lion with spears or their bare hands, they must be really strong. Those who catch fish in bodies of water such as oceans or rivers. They are knowledgeable about the ecology of fish and have many skills that aid them in catching their target. They go out to the ocean pretty much every day, have incredible navigating skills, and a sturdy body.
Sea peoples.
You mean the guys from 1200 AD? Supposedly, they were wiped out by a rival Mediterranean kingdom. Not much is known about them.
Huh?
This door is open.
Is this even a door? It's so thin.
That's just how it is in this world. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Oh, it moves sideways.
We're here.
That's the stone statue without power. Let's get closer and check it.
Updated keys. Use the machine in the center, join the two stone statues, and create a transcendental superhuman.
Off and on. Is this the switch for the statue?
How do we turn this on?
Why don't you feel around that area?
It's crotch.
What area?
Whatever feels right, Tama.
The robot arm control PC has been activated.
What? Activate right front temporal lobe statue.
It's on. You're amazing, Tama.
It says, not available, stone statue activated. Wait, so is it on or off?
Maybe you need to flip the switches for all the statues.
Right. According to the Somnium scan, there are multiple statues. But let's head back to the device first.
How did you know there was a switch there? How did you know?
Let's go back to the device.
Oh, wait. Can't we go to the other small room from this room?
How would you do that? It's too high. I can't jump that.
Blank. Human your power. You can blank to blank if you wanted to.
All right, let's go.
Okay, ready.
A normal jump won't suffice.
We need to think of a way to go up.
Maybe we can do something with the device in the center.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes left.
We can go through here. Let's go.
Thank goodness he wastes no time moving between the areas, because that would be horrible.
BBAB activating. In this experiment, you can combine two different brains with different functions to create a new human life form. Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
We just need to choose the left and right brain and combine them like Chikara did.
What can we choose from?
Left, Maasai warrior, fisherman, and A. Right side was astronaut and archaeologist. We can combine different brain functions of the left and right brains and create a new human with characteristics from both.
It seemed like Chikara used that to gain some kind of power earlier. So creating a new human means gaining some kind of superhuman ability.
And you select that power on this?
Oh, I remember seeing another room next to the small room we were in earlier.
Yeah, it was too high, so I couldn't reach.
Maybe we have to give you a power that'll help you get up there.
Worth a shot.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
The room was high and far. By combining two brain functions that'll allow us to move that distance...
What do you choose, Ryuki?
What is NA? Main Masai Warrior.
Please select right brain function.
Astronaut.
Left, Maasai Warrior. Right, astronaut selected. Starting experiment.
What's going on?
Experiment successful.
Just like I expected.
Combined, a Maasai warrior's leg strength and the atmosphere-piercing power of an astronaut to gain superhuman leg strength.
Tama, you okay?
I have goosebumps.
It said you gained superhuman leg strength.
Maybe we can get to that other room using that power.
That might be it. Let's give it a shot.
Don't see any eyeballs around here.
This door isn't locked.
Okay, let's go. All right, let's go.
Okay, ready.
Wow!
I just noticed that her breasts jiggle.
The experiment worked! Oh, happy Chikara. Chikara Horadori has done it again! Holy epigenetic ecstasy!
What are we even watching right now?
Oh,
By stimulating the DNA correlating to high leg strength through imagination, it caused a slight transformation in the base sequence. This small change has allowed for surpassing the limit of telomeres. We can do anything in this simulation world. There are no limits. What a wonderful world.
I guess things worked out.
so every time we do something right, we have to watch this creepy old dude ascend into the sky?
I agree with Tama.
You wanna join?
Hell no. A stone statue without power.
Activate it.
This stone statue is a racer.
If they mean an autosport driver, those guys are incredibly skilled. They have to make split-second decisions.
That skill might be beneficial in other areas than driving too.
Not to mention, there is a car right there.
I see. Using the driving skill.
But look, that says trap. Driving skill alone might not be enough.
Maybe we can combine it with a brain function that's good at avoiding traps.
I don't remember seeing anything like that.
Anyway, let's head back to the central room.
Super reaction by the person trapped by blank. Sixth, no seventh sense. They who traverse blank
4 minutes
experience
now.
it.
This door is open.
I wonder if we can go to the central room.
Let's go find out.
We're here.
Looks like we can open it from this side now.
Gotcha.
Current ability is left, Maasai warrior, right, astronaut.
Oh, well, that was a waste of time.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
The car from earlier. And what to do about the trap?
What do you think fits best?
What is NA?
Please select right brain function.
Archaeologist.
Left, racer. Right, archaeologist selected. Starting experiment. Experiment successful. Combined, a racer's driving skill and an archaeologist's knack for dodging traps. To gain movie protagonist superhuman driving skills.
Guess it's time for love, Dr. Jones.
That should help us dodge any traps.
That's so antiquated. Nowadays, sports cars go up against nuclear submarines.
Oh well, this is Shikara's preference. Now let's go back to the room with the car.
Think we can get there from the passage we came from?
Yeah, that should lead you there directly.
Still can't see any fucking eyeballs.
We can go through here. Let's go.
All right, get in.
I'll avoid any traps with elegance and grace.
What?
Whoa!
That's the trap? I could have done this on my own.
Tama, behind you!
Huh?
Hold it! Wait! No! I can't do this!
Hey, Tama! The road!
What about the road?
There is no road!
What are we gonna do?
Step on it!
On what?
The gas! The gas!
The gas! Okay!
The experiment worked! Oh, happy Chikara. Chikara Horatori has done it again! Oh, the epigenetic ecstasy! The corpus callosum is here represented by a treacherous ancient rune. A theory that links this complex and bizarre passage is now complete. But this should be theoretically impossible. No, there is no impossible in this world. Oh, this is not good. Not good indeed.
Chikara! Ew!
Why don't you think of it as some kind of reward cutscene?
The fact that I have to force myself to think that already makes it not a reward.
turn it on.
Got it.
Gambler's stone.
This stone statue is a gambler.
I guess that means they have guts.
So this gambler is known for winning bets when the chips are down.
That must mean they can win the big ones without flinching.
Now, let's head back to the central room.
Don't look for it, blank. You can get a blank. Blank can be blank by any
You have
person.
3 minutes left, Ryuki. Focus.
We can go through here. Let's go.
Ugh.
It's me, Chikara.
What the hell?
This is no good. No good. No good at all. Yes, yes, yes. Now, let's test this. Chikara's right brain reselection.
The fuck?
What's happening?
The room flew away.
The experiment worked! Oh, happy Chikara. Chikara Horadori has done it again! Oh, the epigenetic ecstasy! This right brain reselection is a function that blows away my past. The past I don't want anyone to see. My right brain can be shuffled back into the deck. Goodbye, forbidden memory!
What are we gonna do?
When we drove through the passageway, Chikara said, theoretically impossible and not good. So maybe we did something he wasn't expecting. If we use the device to combine two different brain functions, we might be able to find a way.
If we can prevent Chikara from using his right brain reselection thing, we might be able to make it to the room.
He said something about a memory he doesn't want to be seen.
The fuck?
Yeah, but how will we stop Chikara?
There was something hidden in the room we were in earlier. If only we could pull it back somehow.
We need a big idea here.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function. Please select right brain function. Left, fisherman. Right, gambler selected. Starting experiment.
Oh, right.
Experiment successful. Combined, a tuna fisherman's pulling skill and a gambler's ability to make the right choice. To obtain superhuman luck.
Luck. Is this gonna do anything?
Well, try it. Let's fish back the room that flew away.
The fuck?
How's it going?
I think I got something!
That must be it! Reel it in!
The fuck?
The experiment worked! Oh, happy Chikara.
I hate this part.
Chikara Horadori has done it again! Oh, the epigenetic ecstasy! Good! The memory I want to leave behind has already been shuffled. This memory's no good either. I thought I deleted it. No. If you succeed with the Eternal Youth experiment, my memory will be discovered. Goodbye! Goodbye! Goodbye!
Chikara's memory was replaced with something else.
But it got replaced with another memory he didn't want seen. It might be worth looking into.
Chikara said that if the Eternal Youth experiment is successful, his memory will be discovered.
So if we complete the research on that device...
We might be able to defeat Instant Death Power Stance Man over there and get into the room he's guarding.
What?
That stone statue is a little different.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go.
I'm not wasting time on that.
That stone statue has...
Chikara's face hastily slapped on.
Chikara said that using Purge, he can create an ageless and undying body.
But if we use the stone statue...
Turn it on.
Oh no.
What's the problem?
Seeing this face... Are you sure about turning it on?
We've invested too much already. There's no other way.
Fine, okay.
Activate Chikara's stone statue.
Oh, you didn't want to touch the crotch because of Chikara's face, huh?
Yeah! My theory is almost complete. The creator of a man who blank is blank.
Would be nice to create eternal youth in life.
And something that will let us get rid of Instant Death Power Stance Man over there.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function. Please select right brain function.
Shaman, Debugger, and Chikara.
Left, NA. Right, Chikara selected. Starting experiment. Error.
It's an error.
I guess NA isn't a job.
I wonder what it's for.
You only have 2 minutes. Hurry, Ryuki.
person who's most obsessed with eternal youth and life is...
Another function that'll allow us to deal with instant death power stance man.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
Is there more to find?
The highest authority on DNA engineering, the greatest and most genius scientist ever, of all time. It is said he can control the rules of reality itself, and is looked up to as the Father of God.
Wow. Really?
Hell no! No one looks up to this guy. Ugh, disgusting.
My theory is almost complete. The creator of a man who transcends death is...
These people look for bugs during software development. They are also called QA, or testers. They have the skill to find critical bugs as well as minor mistakes. Some people call them organic machines for how good their review skills are.
Aren't they the people who walk into walls over and over to break the game and all that?
They do need a hell of a lot of perseverance. I'm an AI, and even I respect them.
If there was something off, they might be able to find it.
Everything about this place is off. The person who's most obsessed with eternal youth and life is...
Another function that'll allow us to deal with instant death power stance man.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function. Please select right brain function. Left, NA. Right, debugger selected. Starting experiment. Error.
So I thought.
It's an error.
I guess NA isn't a job.
I wonder what it's for.
The person who's most obsessed with eternal youth and life is...
Another function that'll allow us to deal with instant death power stance man.
Beginning experiment. Please select right brain function. Left, racer. Right, debugger selected. Starting experiment. Experiment successful. Combined, a racer's steering skills and a debugger's bug-finding skills to allow you to turn surprising things.
Turn surprising things? What the?
What could that mean?
Maybe a path opened up somewhere?
If we have time to spare, it might be worth checking. Huh?
What happened?
There's something fishy about this door.
How so?
What if I do this?
What the hell?
This door was the bug.
The activation requirement was the racer's steering skills. Anyway, let's keep going.
You have a minute left.
What?
Are you sure we can ride it?
It's all good. Set sail.
Hey, wait! We can't ride this. What are you thinking? There's so much water in your brain, we can use you for ballast.
Ah, that's a good one. You're funny, Tama.
I'm going to chant Buddhist mantras in your eye socket every night.
Thanks. That should put me right to sleep.
No, I don't like that.
We can go through here. Let's go. The person who's most obsessed with eternal youth and life is...
Another function that'll allow us to deal with instant death power stance man.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
Would it be Racer? It's either Racer or Fisherman. I'm going with Fisherman.
Please select right brain function. Left, Fisherman. Right, Shaman selected. Starting experiment. Experiment successful. Combined, a fisherman's navigating skills and a shaman's mysterious powers to no longer encounter danger while navigating the sea.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's a relief.
If we ever end up on the open seas.
Ryuki, less than 30 seconds left.
We can go through here. Let's go.
I don't know if I have enough time for this.
Are you sure we can ride it?
It's all good. Set sail. Oh, we made it.
Does this mean we finished a long sea venture with a fisherman's navigation skills and a shaman's shamaning skills?
Chikara really has a wild imagination.
Is this... We can go through here. Let's go.
What fucking purpose did that serve?
You're out of time.
I am out of time.
The person who's most obsessed with eternal youth and life is...
Another function that'll allow us to deal with instant death power stance man.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
I'll probably have to start this again, which will be very annoying, but oh well.
Please select right brain function. Left, Maasai warrior. Right, Chikara selected. Starting experiment. Experiment successful. Combined, a Maasai warrior's battle skill and Chikara's genetic engineering knowledge to create an undying and unaging warrior.
Funny that the machine is on a first-name basis with Chikara.
Now we can finally beat up instant death power stance man.
All right, let's go.
Oh.
Ryuki, we're out of time.
Damn it. This world doesn't make any sense. Chikara's mind is insane.
Ow. Restart from checkpoint, please. Hello, Fudge.
Oh, you didn't want to touch the crotch because of Chikara's face, huh?
My theory is almost complete. Creator of a man who transcends death is me. Well, I still want to go do that, so...
It would be nice to create eternal youth and life.
And something that will let us get rid of instant death power stance man over there.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function. Please select right brain function. Left, racer. Right, debugger selected. Starting experiment. Experiment successful. Combined, a racer's steering skills and a debugger's bug-finding skills to allow you to turn surprising things.
Turn surprising things? What the?
What could that mean?
Maybe a path opened up somewhere?
If we have time to spare, it might be worth checking.
You only have 2 minutes. Hurry, Ryuki.
Huh?
What happened?
There's something fishy about this door.
How so?
What if I do this?
What?
So stupid.
What the hell?
This door was the bug.
The activation requirement was the racer's steering skills. Anyway, let's keep going.
Oh, there's not really any point to doing this, I guess.
We
Once
can
you've
go
already
through
done it.
here. Let's go.
Because what's it called? The eyeballs aren't there anymore.
The person who's most obsessed with eternal youth and life is...
Another function that'll allow us to deal with instant death power stance man.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function. Please select right brain function. Left, Maasai warrior. Right, Chikara selected. Starting experiment. Experiment successful. Combined, a Maasai warrior's battle skill and Chikara's genetic engineering knowledge to create an undying and unaging warrior.
Funny that the machine is on a first-name basis with Chikara.
Now we can finally beat up instant death power stance man.
All right, let's go. Go, Tama.
Let's go! Now! We did it!
No.
The experiment worked. Oh, happy, happy, happy. Why should humans die? What a waste it is to perish. The research results are splendid, but now is not the time. Not now.
If Chikara gets in our way again, no amount of time is enough time. Let's go.
Diffok.
This stone statue is Chikara's memory that he doesn't want to be seen.
Turn it on.
A 9 stone statue.
9. 9 in Roman numerals.
What is the significance of 9?
Maybe he has 9 mistresses.
Or maybe he's being sued by 9 people.
This stone statue. Maybe we use a brain function again.
Should we go back to the central device?
Let's do it.
Any eyeballs around here? Not that I can see.
We can go through here. Let's go.
You have a minute left.
Did you decide what 2 brain functions you will combine?
Yeah. This should do it.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function. Please select right brain function.
9. Oh.
Left, NA. Right, 9 selected. Starting experiment.
Oh, is this a fucking thing related to the first game?
Again?
Whoa!
What? Why?
It's very 999 now, isn't it?
Experiment successful.
Nizet-Loz. Yeah, that's what I thought!
Nizet-Loz.
NA and 9.
Nice.
Ryuki, this is...
I know.
Now I hate this!
That's 490.
Found the link between Nize and Bats 490. It means nothing though without context. Ought to know. Nice Japan branch, February 11th. 10:05. Oh, sorry, 8:05 p.m.
Welcome. I'm the president of the Japanese Nizet-Loz branch, Tokiko Shigure.
What?
I apologize for visiting so late at night. I'm from the Metropolitan Police Department.
Mr. Ryuki, is it? Mamoru, my secretary, has already informed me. I hear you've come to ask about Jin Furue's murder.
This is the President's office on the top floor of the building containing the Japanese branch of Nizet-Loz, commonly known as Nize. When I synced with Chikara earlier, Tama and I saw something in his Somnium. Someone who looked like they were in Nize was making the Bats 490 video. And that's why we ended up here. We came to the President's office to talk to the top level of Nize. It's a strange statue. What should I call this? A pond, maybe? Well, it's sure not a river. We'll go with pond for now. It's a pond.
Why would they make something like this indoors?
Who knows?
There's a waterfall.
That's the nonupal X, the symbol of Nyes.
Non-upal means consisting of 9. You know how there's single, double, triple? Non-upal is the 9th.
So nonupal X means 9 X's?
Seems so.
Did you know that Nyes is derived from 9-Xed lozenge?
What?
Lozenge referring to a diamond shape. In other words, Nyes means the 9 X's of the diamond.
Thank you, Congo. It's the Nyes symbol. Apparently it's called nonupal X. It's a fancy chair. It's an office desk. There are lights hanging from the ceiling. So there's a glass doll here. It's a houseplant. It's a big window here. It's Tokiko Shigure, the president of the Nyes Japan branch. It's Tokiko's secretary, Mamoru. Why would I wink sync him? What a fucking waste. You can only do it once per day. You're Tokiko's secretary.
Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard. I used to be a bodyguard for a certain politician until the end of last year. He was a piece of human garbage. Slugged him in the face and resigned. Then ended up here thanks to an acquaintance introducing me.
About Nyes.
I was only hired recently. I don't know much about it, really.
Say something funny.
Something funny. There, I said it.
Something funny.
Your badge.
That's something phony.
What is this? A vaudeville routine? That wasn't funny at all.
How did you end up here?
I had a very hard time finding the place. After all, Nyes is a secret organization hidden from the public.
That's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
Even after I got inside the building, it wasn't easy. The guards, the security gates. If I hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, I probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy. That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
Okay. About Nyes.
Anyway, I was surprised. I had heard of Nyes, the secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Don't tell Iris.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us. Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came from space.
Ugh.
But that's all nonsense. Made-up stories that become more and more embellished as they were passed on. Rumors are quite a terrifying thing. Nyes is a perfectly legitimate ideological society. Our headquarters are located in New York, with many branches in cities throughout the world. This is one such branch.
Okay. Nyes is an ideological society.
This is a common misconception, but Nyes is not a religious organization. We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
And that is?
The simulation theory.
No.
That the world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something. That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes. It's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program. And if it is made by a program, there must by necessity be imperfections, edges, or seams. To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a cloth, it will unravel, and a hole will be created. Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated. That is our ultimate goal.
This old hack has completely lost it.
Don't disagree with you, Tama. Not right now. No. What ocean current do you like? Equatorial current. Sounds like a title of an Inca song. Yeah, it's a song about a sailor and a harbour woman here. I became an adultie. Thanks for talking to me so muchy. Eyebally's strategy guide has been added to the manual in the file. Adult will not grow any further. Obsessed with yourself and your opinion. Never back down. Computer. Name Fudamanoma, sex male, age 37, birthday 1st February, profession abyss technician, likes multiples of 16, chairs, Tokorote Namore, dislikes bugs, cats, conservatives, cyclopes, hobbies, playing with machines, collecting dojins, playing pretend magical girl, skills, building models, imitating vuvuzelas, overview, an abyss engineer and mechanic, his main job is operating and maintaining the sync machine. He committed a crime in the past leading to his dismissal, but boss pulled some strings to get his job back. Every 20 minutes, eyeballies will ask a question. When you answer them, they grow. Once they become an adult, you will be rewarded with eyeballs. Eyeballies will give you 1,000 eyeballs when it reaches adulthood. Make sure you raise them to become an eyeballies bowler. Baby. Ibai, an innocent newborn. Child. Mizuki evolves to this if brave is highest stat. Irisy evolves to this if loving is highest stat. Oti evolves to this if impish is highest stat. Amamei evolves to this if crazy is highest stat. So what gun do I have then? I have Zoe. Thank you for remembering. So what did I do to get that? If loving or crazy. Yay! I created one based on an insane politician. Yay! So does it reset? What happens now? I kind of get it now. Yeah. An adult who handles craziness and love well. No one can beat them when it comes to cunning or flirtation. Loves having power and authority. Child who's kinda crazy. Earns money by cunning people. Loves quizzes. Newly born and squishy. Curious little ball who wants to know everything about this one. How will you tear the seams of the world?
The intersection between the warp and weft. That's where the seam can occur.
I don't understand.
You will someday. It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled eventually.
What is that?
Stop throwing up gang signs at me.
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me.
Can you show me the hand sign again? The hand sign is supposed to be that symbol behind Tokiko. About Bats 490.
Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it. Indeed, I had my subordinates create that video. Bats 490 was an ARG, just a game. But there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within. We have been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it. The purpose was to recruit them into NICE.
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
I am aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to NICE. I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate Bats 490.
What do you think, Tama?
Hard to say on that alone.
About Chikara.
Do you mean the man from Horodori Institute of Genetics?
So you do know him. I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Chikara is under arrest?
No, he was just released earlier. We didn't have enough evidence to keep him detained.
I see.
About your relationship with Chikara.
Chikara is a former member of NICE.
Former member, eh?
Though this was over 20 years ago.
Over 20 years ago?
When he left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
Order of Percent?
It's an organization that split off from NICE. You could say they are a sect. The Order of Percent is a religious sect, whereas we are an ideological society.
You claim that to be the case.
Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Then how did Chikara know that NICE created Bats 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from NICE.
What are you doing around 6 AM on the night?
Judging by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th. I returned to Tokyo late last night.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, her smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location. It's true that Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
A conference in Okinawa? That's a pretty fucking flashy conference.
So she has an alibi.
As long as you presume Jin's body wasn't brought back with her from Okinawa.
By the way, would you mind if I asked you a question?
Sure.
What is it?
Are you perhaps a Freyer?
Freyer?
Frey. Thought I had heard that somewhere before.
I am asking the person within you.
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Freyer?
A Frey? No?
I see. Then I must have been mistaken.
What is a Freyer? Frey. Right. I remember now.
It was written on that sign.
Frey to free. Frey can mean fight, but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Remember what Tokiko said. Their ultimate goal is to break down this world and emancipate its people.
Miss Shigure, are you sure NICE didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Frey was written on that sign in the QR code.
We of NICE are only involved in Bats 490, which we created half a year ago. We are not the ones who created the QR video. The word Frey being displayed on that sign must be a coincidence.
That can't be just a coincidence.
Oh, but it can. After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation.
Oh, she's infuriating.
A false world created by a program. And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. We call such glitches seams. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams. The appearance of Jin's corpse is also likely to be an example of such phenomenon.
What?
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia experiment?
You're gonna fucking info dump on me, aren't you?
It's a top-secret military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28th, 1943. A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship. Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished.
Well, that sounds like bullshit. Okay, this is my least favorite thing that these games do, where they present something as possibly real, and then you don't know if it's nonsense that they made up or if it's actually something that happened.
Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia. Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with little credibility.
I relayed Tama's story directly to Tokiko.
Yes, exactly. However, the story doesn't end there.
Oh, of course you'd say that.
When the USS Eldridge returned to Philadelphia, there were several sailors on board, but some of them had melted like a rotten banana, while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and blackened. Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship.
Jesus Christ.
Does that sound familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
It isn't impossible. If a seam was torn, that is.
Impossible.
Yoyagi Park, February 11th, 10:05 p.m.
You like this park, don't you, Ryuki?
I feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down. Tama, what do you think about what Tokiko said earlier? Is something like teleportation really possible?
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Jeez. Then why don't we find out for ourselves?
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
My eyes?
Just do it!
Okay. What the? Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio De Vita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there. Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Now, less digressing and more investigating. Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
Alright, let's start looking around.
Virtual reality activation. The VR allows you to walk around the scene and gather information. Tama's special vision modes, such as X-ray mode, can be applied to everything. By changing the special mode, what you can inspect will change. Utilize this to find the hidden information. Tokiko. Name, Tokiko Shigure. Sex, female. Age, 53. Birthday, 15th of February. Profession, President of Nizat Laws Japan branch. Likes the flow of water, flow of time, X. Diamond shapes, bugs, glitches. Dislikes none. Hobbies, simulation theory research. Skills, prophecy. Overview, the President of NICE Japan, a believer in simulation theory. She sincerely believes that the world she lives in is fake and was created by someone. She has no interest in living a long life in this world. Mamoru. Name, Mamoru Bodai. Sex, male. Age unknown. Birthday, 25th of May. Profession, Tokiko's secretary and bodyguard. Likes Tokiko. Dislikes men, manliness, testosterone. Hobbies: making scrapbooks from tabloid magazines. Skills: self-defense and martial arts. Overview. Previously worked under Sosajima, but is now the secretary and bodyguard of Tokiko Shigure, the president of Nice Japan. Not the best personality, but is loyal to his employer. Age 53.
I wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do at times like these?
Right, the X-ray.
Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death is 6 o'clock on February 9th. Based on the time his corpse appeared, it should be about 40 hours ago. Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point. It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors, someplace warm.
Corpse recovery situation. Rigor mortis was already fading and the body had somewhat softened by the time it was found.
Wow, I can switch to X-ray mode too.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene.
The bottom part of the signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's, you know what?
Couldn't you have compared it to a fishhook or something?
Well, it won't come out easily. Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Of course not. A signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
It's useless unless it's standing?
Let's not go there.
No, that's not what I meant.
The signboard was stuck in the corpse, so it's difficult to remove. What is the other shit in there, though?
What's this? There's something inside the body.
3 things catch my attention. First, a mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus. This is probably a fire starter. It would ignite very easily. The fuse is coiled up and extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body. And finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum. This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently.
That's fucking hot. Situation of corpse internals. Inside the corpse is fuel that goes off with even the slightest impact, a fusion substance that causes a thermite reaction. There's a big
Looks
monitor
like it's
here.
there so the performers can check how they look on screen.
It's the podium used by the quiz show host. The MIB TV logo on a
The
huge
questions
monitor.
for the quiz also show up here too. Huh.
The set is full of dazzling
These aren't
lights.
good for much other than for show.
You can see the back of the set. There are a bunch of mannequins here. It's a seat for the quiz show contestants. Seat for the quiz show contestants. Seat for the quiz show contestants. It's a monitor for checking yourself.
Maybe it's for having tea during breaks.
It's a signboard.
Yeah.
What's this? Getting a better look at it, it looks like something tied to his waist. It's like a spider's thread. No, even thinner.
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube. Graphene sheets with the thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way, CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel. Anyway, where is the other end of the CNT connected?
That way. Over by that red lamp. What's this?
It's the light switch.
The CNT is tied to it.
Okay, it looks like we're pretty much done investigating here. Using the clues we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how Jin's body appeared? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yep. Let's get on that now. First thing, about that power outage when the body appeared. Was it really just a power outage?
I was wondering about that too. The lights came back on way too quickly. Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
But the stream went on, no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Well, I think I know what did it.
That's the switch that powers the lighting.
Oh, have I not been... When did I last talk? I must have accidentally hit mute. I don't know when. Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, let's not overthink this. Someone simply walked up and flipped this switch.
But no one was near the switch when the lights went out. Let's try to think of something else.
Oh god, that's horrible. When is the last time you remember me talking? You thought I was locked in. The CNT extending
There were
from the
bundled
corpse.
CNTs tied to the body. They were routed through the ceiling beams and onto the light switch.
But a dead body can't pull strings.
No, but it can fall. From the ceiling, I mean.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
So on to the next question. The corpse was hidden up in the ceiling, right? Then how did it fall? The
rigor mortis softened? Rigor mortis was already
The
fading and
culprit
the
used
body
the mechanism of the body softening after rigor mortis. The body must have been placed up in the ceiling like a bridge between two beams. It would stay up there while the body is still stiff. But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's what made it fall down.
So you're
Now, for the final question.
So you're claiming there was a corpse in the ceiling the entire time and no one noticed?
Why did the body explode and burn?
Well, that can be explained by using the X-ray mode.
Inside the corpse is fuel that
It's
goes
because
up.
of the contraption set up inside the body. The ignition agent combusted from the impact of the body hitting the ground. The fire went up the coiled fuse and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction. The substance was eventually ignited, causing a huge explosion.
So that interval between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the fuse. I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
All right, I think we're starting to figure things out here. So you can turn off this VR space now.
No, not yet. That was just a rehearsal. We still have the main show.
What do you mean?
We're recreating the culprit's actions.
Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Actor?
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting, so keep that in mind.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory here, so we need to create something that can be viewed objectively.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor! Are you too much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
But...
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Macadamy Award.
Macadamy? Like, the nuts?
Let's get this started! Ready? Action!
Hi! I'm, the culprit who killed Jin. Now, prepare to witness an amazing show featuring this corpse.
Not only is your acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind of character you're trying to play here.
I am an amateur.
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now. Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
Well... it was right here. The body was placed so it was hung like a bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis. So that's how they did the light trick.
Carbon nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The CNT went up the beams and extended downward, onto the light switch.
CNT is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in character?
Boy! I sure hope the bridge gets softer soon! It needs to be soft and squishy! Like an octopus!
This scene makes no sense.
I'm cutting it out.
You made me do it!
And after time passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
That's very absurd to imagine.
The body falls, and the impact sets off the ignition agent inside it.
How perfectly that it lands exactly on its side when it falls from the ceiling.
The fire travels up the fuse line.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the lights.
Bam! A body appears, as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives. And that is the truth behind the corpse's sudden appearance and explosion!
Cut! Good work! I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still don't understand why the acting was necessary. It all makes sense now. That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign. All so they could spread that QR video.
I can't interact with anything else. Oh god. Tama's standing there, or so it seems. About the time rigor mortis would subside.
The culprit must have wanted the body to fall during the live stream, right? It would have been pointless otherwise. But could they really predict when rigor mortis would dissipate so accurately?
The culprit didn't put the corpse up on the ceiling beams while it was completely stiff. It had to have been after the body had started to soften, just slightly. That way, they could estimate that the body would fall in a few hours or so. The stream was scheduled for a whole 6 hours. The culprit was fine as long as the body fell sometime during that period.
About the reason the corpse's cross-section was facing downwards.
That body fell from the studio ceiling. If it fell sideways when it landed, the culprit's plans would have been ruined.
Yes, like you said, it would have been pointless unless the sign was standing erect. Just like a man's you-know-what.
Again with that joke? Besides, it is not useless when it's not erect.
What?
Exactly.
What?
There was another purpose to the sign. It's the same reason darts and rockets have tails.
I get it. The cut surface would naturally face the ground because of that sign. It was meant to control the body's posture as it fell.
I guess so. Why did the culprit blow up the corpse?
Their goal was to make it seem like a supernatural phenomenon. That's why they couldn't leave the CNT on the scene.
Because it would give away the trick?
Right.
So that's why they caused a thermite reaction and destroyed the CNT.
CNT.
So, to wrap it all up,
CNT is a highly flammable carbon material. It doesn't stand a chance against 3000 degree temperature, but it bonds with oxygen to create carbon dioxide, which helps extinguish the flame.
the culprit's motive was to make this seem like a supernatural phenomenon and to spread the QR video, right?
I don't know if that's all there is to it, but probably.
I wonder why Jin was chosen.
Who knows?
Where could his left side be?
It hasn't been found yet. Anyway, starting our search with the people who might have the intel we need is the #1 rule of investigation, right?
Like who?
Jin's right half was up in the studio ceiling the whole time we were shooting the show. There must be someone who knew about it, or at least noticed it.
You mean... the director, Jinpei Wagai?
Right.
Where is he now?
I've tracked him down using his smartphone GPS. He's in Akihabara right now, at the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket.
Okay. Rigor mortis softening. Should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. Tama is explaining how corpses soften after rigor mortis. Usage example. I was watching porn yesterday when my mom walked in. I went from rigor mortis to soft in an instant. Maid Cafe, Sunfish Pocket, February 11th, 11:30 p.m. It's darker than I remember it being in here.
There he is!
Ah, shit!
What?
Damn! Firing your gun in here? Are you insane? There are customers and staff in here.
Not right now.
My bad.
An apology is not gonna cut it.
Several people have called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go?
You fucking shot at me!
What?
I told you, my girl's pregnant, right?
I can't go to jail!
That's why I accepted his offer in the first place. I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy named Terror. I don't know his real name. Haven't seen his face or heard his voice either. All my contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
He said,
I want to borrow your studio for an hour or so on the 10th before you start preparing for the stream. Do not let anyone near the studio during this time. That includes you. Yeah, I get it, Congra. All you need to do is keep the entrance unlocked. That's all. I'll pay you 5 million. If everything goes well, I'll pay you on the night of the 11th.
so me and the staff haven't met this Terror guy at all. I don't know what happened in the studio either. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Come to Class 3A at Sekiba High. You'll get your money back.
Class 3A at Sekiba High.
Ryuki!
Yeah, let's go.
Sekiba High, February 11th, 11:55 p.m.
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics. Chikara Horodori.
No way. It can't be.
Well, not that upset that he's dead. February 12th, nothing to be done. Ikume Shrine, February 12th, 10:15 a.m.
Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature, just like Yoyagi Park. It's just calming here.
I see.
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine. More importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Thanks. Let's start then.
Another AI recreation so quickly, that's surprising.
It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set.
Hello, Cafe. What do you think of shrimp? Hard to eat. It's easier to eat than a big hamburgery. Oh, okay. Student's desk. Nothing that might lead to a clue.
Ryuki, can you not rub your face on it?
Not!
Student's chair. Nothing really of note. That's true fudge. There are lockers lined up here. Nothing suspicious inside. It's a blackboard. There's nothing particularly suspicious about it. It's a window. It's one of the use for class. It's the door to the classroom. Corpse.
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th. Right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
Chikara's right side. The cut part is right up against the blackboard.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that...
It has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad. The joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it. I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts. I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
Looks like there aren't any other clues here.
The reason the corpse is on the blackboard is because it doesn't have internal organs anymore. The open space inside the body has a lower pressure than the outside. It's similar to how suction cups work. Oh, that's disgusting! I don't like that. It's weird seeing monitors / TVs in school back in the day. The only classroom with a monitor was the computer room, and the other rooms had to make do with a TV on wheels. I remember that!
Well, satisfied?
Not really. I mean, it was a very... It didn't really provide any explanation as to why it was there. Tom is standing there, or so it seems. About the Nile message Terra sent Shinpei.
I think he was lying about the money. Terra probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Shinpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terra might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Shinpei.
What about the security cameras at Sekiba High?
I checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. Do you remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking.
That's true. Is Terra the culprit?
That's my assumption. I can't think of any other suspects.
Just who is this terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow. Chikara was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but it's possible. In any case, let's go see Tokiko.
Why?
I have to talk to her.
Okay.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
Nice Japan branch, February 12th, 11:20 a.m.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
What do you mean?
I mean, I knew you would come see me.
Fucking gang signs. It's a strange statue. It's a pond. It's a waterfall. A houseplant.
The symbol of Nyes, the non-Upal X. There are 4 unseen X's hidden within. They represent the truth of the world you live in. That is yet another meaning inside the non-Upal X.
4 unseen X's. It's a fancy chair. It's a very well made office desk. It's a glass door. There are lights hanging from the ceiling. It's a big window. Oh, it's fucking bright. It's Mamoru, Tokiko's secretary and bodyguard. Tokiko Shigure, president of Nyes Japan. About this room.
As you know, this is the president's office at the Nyes Japan branch.
The world is full of rubbish. Such things should all be washed away. That was my thinking when I designed this room.
You designed it?
Yes. The flow of water cleanses one's heart, just like the flow of time.
Anything suspicious about Tokiko?
Not really. She's a kind woman. But I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something. As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duties. I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
Gag.
Why the sunglasses?
These aren't sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What?
What a degenerate.
Do you know something about Shinpei Wagai?
No, I don't.
Then do you know about Terror?
I've heard that name on the news, yes. This is about the culprit, is it not?
Yes, but...
I have absolutely no idea who it could be.
This would be a cool room to remake on 14. Yeah, it would.
I'm sorry I can't help you, but...
Jin's right half didn't teleport.
I've solved the mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa. I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things. And there are groups who profit by making people believe.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of Nyes have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if Nyes is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon, what was written on the signboard, it all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place? Are you saying there is some message urging people to join Nyes in it?
About Chikara's murder.
I know of the incident, of course. However...
Yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of NICE. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
Are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their order and NICE are heading in completely different directions.
Perhaps NICE and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations. It is true that NICE and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades.
What do NICE and the Order of Percent believe in?
We are living in a simulation, a false world. And from this false world, we seek emancipation. That is what NICE believes. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it, forever.
Forever?
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A game that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go. An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish.
Why don't you believe that?
To them, this place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
About Chikara's research on immortality.
I am aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie.
I hate when she throws up her gang signs at me.
By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter. The theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher.
God damn it, Kongro.
However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of science to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof.
Why is everything interactable again? It's Mamoru, Tokiko's secretary and bodyguard, an absolute pervert wearing a black bra on his face. The Swedish philosopher's claim?
I'd like to ask you one thing. Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than we humans. Do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world? And by this world, I mean all possible worlds in the entire universe, including those outside of our own.
Well, somewhere out there, probably.
I agree. Taking that into consideration, we're left with three possibilities. 1. Civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. 2. Civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this, but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has reached that level of technology and has no strong reason not to use it. Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate simulation. Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He further explains,
Why is it saying famous Swedish philosopher and not naming them?
that civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times. In which case, it would make sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I have that right?
Yes.
Additionally, the simulation in the real world may be a simulation itself, kind of like a Matryoshka doll. Just so you know, I'm not saying I believe the simulation theory. The simulation theory isn't too credible because of this Matryoshka aspect. I'm getting sleepy! The holographic principle?
Even light cannot escape a black hole. I'm sure you've heard this before. Information is the same. It cannot escape a black hole.
What?
It's known that the amount of information trapped in this way is not derived from the volume of the black hole, but the surface area. Considering this, you can conclude that information in a three-dimensional space is stored in the boundary of its two-dimensional surface. In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a single flat plane. Just like a hologram. Regarding gravity and other physical processes, they can be completely accounted for through the laws of physics defined by the boundary surface. Let's take a character from an action game, for example. When that character falls, you may think he was pulled to the ground by gravity. However, gravity does not actually exist in the game world. Only code that was written in the program. The character's body is merely made to show as if it fell based on its code.
You think this world is the same?
The holographic principle is not a theory. It is a principle. It has already been mathematically proven.
The processing speed problem?
Say this world really is a simulation. Then that would mean a computer or something that's running the simulation exists somewhere, right? But it doesn't seem realistic that everything that happens in the universe could be derived by calculation.
Yes, you are right. However, there is no need to calculate every phenomenon, only what observers see and experience. Take the measurement problem in quantum theory. It explains the inexplicable phenomenon observed in the double-slit experiment. Quantum matter appears as particles when observed, and as waves when not observed. For the latter, its position cannot be specified because it exists as a stochastic wave. Therefore, it must be calculated and processed as the entire wave, and is impossible to reduce. The faster an object moves, or as the effects of gravity increase along with the increase in mass, time progresses slower, as I'm sure you know.
And that's related to processing speed?
Yes. When the load during calculation is increased, a phenomenon akin to a processing failure occurs. That is why nothing can exceed the speed of light. The calculation wouldn't be able to catch up if acceleration is infinite.
Let me explain the double slit experiment. We shoot a ray of light towards a board with two slits with a screen behind it. This causes the ray to be distorted to look like stripes. This is because the light has the property of a wave. Then what would happen if we shot light molecules one at a time? The light molecules will show up as a dot on the screen. By continuously doing this, the stripes reappear. Why is this? The light molecules are only being shot one by one, so the board shouldn't have an effect. The next part of this experiment was done using a detection device to see which slit the molecules went through. This caused the stripes to disappear, and only two lines appeared on the screen. Isn't that interesting? When it's not being observed, they appear as waves, but as soon as you try to observe it, they appear as lines. This is the gist of the detection problem in molecular theory. I'm getting sleepy.
I see. Then let us leave it at that. In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory is true. But unlike Chikara, I have no interest in the concept of immortality, because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another reason. If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself.
What?
We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles.
I mean, I guess by your logic that is true.
Like reincarnation, or even...
I don't like your face anymore.
Bringing someone who has already passed back to life.
Why did you do that?
Has this woman lost it? Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
Yeah. Let's check with Wingsync.
What do you think of AI? Scary. Looking to take over the Welby. I became a childie. Tell me Mori. Name Mizuki-e. Okay, have a good day, Cafe. Encode. Tokiko. In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a single flat plane. To code a file, turn to symbols. This means all information in existence is recorded on a flat surface. Your 2D waifu was closer than you thought. It's been shattered into pieces.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
What is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can get through Wingsync.
Then...
Yes, let's get a deeper look into her mind, using a regular sync.
Abyss Headquarters, February 12th, 12:25 p.m. Oh, straight into it, okay.
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
No, I meant from Boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
I don't think this is a good idea. Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
I'm fine. So please, I need more leads to solve this case.
But you... Oh, fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal? Look, Ryuki, please just don't cause any problems. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay then, let's begin.
surprised we're getting into another sink so soon.
I wonder if this is the Nye's president's room. It's really white, though.
Let's make an acronym poem with the letters for Nyes.
Where the hell is this coming from?
N.
Okay. N. Not that I know why.
A.
Angry.
I.
Incoming?
X.
Shingu River Ray.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray. Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Angered by humans polluting waterways, I guess.
Somnium scan, activate!
Only 3. Okay. Stare into Tokiko's abyss. Knives at Loz's intentions. It seems like Tokiko was threatening someone. By peeking into her mind's abyss, you might discover something.
This is such a quiet place. So empty and blank.
Maybe that's Tokiko's mental state. Pretty eccentric. Hopefully we can find something here.
Looks like we can only interact with that ripped up book.
Right. Let's investigate.
Well, it's silent in here. I care not for this. I don't even have any keys.
That's... a book of Nye's teachings. Why is it ripped in half?
Does it say anything?
Yeah, just one phrase. The intersection between the warp and weft. The rest is ripped off.
I remember Tokiko saying something like that.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. Right?
I wonder what she meant by that.
Who knows? Why don't you join Nye's to find out? Anyway, that's about all that we can get from this book.
All of blank into blank, and the blank are blank to blank.
When did this get here? This wasn't here earlier.
What does it say?
That's where the seam can occur. Combining it with the book from earlier, the intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur.
That's exactly what Tokiko said. If it's coming out in her somnium, it must hold some significance.
That's just what we saw in the wing sink.
The fuck? Ah! Jump scare. Saw the same. Decipher the book and find the scene. Decipher the book and find AI. All of blank into her writing, and the blank a blank and blank to blank.
I can't really make out what happened, though. I did see Gen, I think.
It was just really chaotic.
Maybe the key to solving this somnium has to do with what we found in the Nye's book.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the scene can occur. That will help us? I don't know about that. I don't see how that will help us right now.
I don't think it's completely unrelated, but...
The next suspicious thing is...
Do you see anything?
Not really. Seems a lot deeper. It was pretty shallow earlier.
Let's dive in!
Dive? Here?
Yeah. Where else would I be talking about?
But it's really deep. And Red, what if there's an angry Shingu River Ray in there?
Enough with the complaining. You don't even need to breathe. It'll be fine. Go for it.
Fine. Why do you always gain this weird confidence during syncs?
You can swim around underwater. Underwater movement will also progress time. Well, of course. Why wouldn't it? Shift to ascend, control to descend. Okay.
That was surprising. All of a sudden, we're out of the water.
We fell from up there.
But we ended up in the same room. Oh look, the book again.
Let's check it out. Is that?
I thought there'd be another eyeball behind her.
This one's not ripped. Just another single phrase. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
Where the black light gathers. Whoa, skulls? Why is Tokiko thinking about this?
Wait, I sense something.
What is this thing?
Huh. They're not doing anything. With this and the skulls, this is getting really creepy all of a sudden.
Maybe that's the black. Let's just search the room for now.
Yeah, if we can't find anything, we'll reread the book and think through our options again.
All of blank into her writings, and the blank a blank to those teachings. Think harder.
Where the black light gathers, sadness is born. Maybe the black is referring to the Shadow Man from earlier?
You might be onto something there. That's the only thing I can think of that's relevant to black. Where the light gathers, then, must mean... where the Shadow Man interacts with something?
Maybe, but the Shadow Man isn't lit up or anything.
Are they intersecting with anything? Oh, maybe where they're looking.
I see. Let's figure out what the Shadow Man was looking at.
All of blank into her writing, and the blank are strongly tied to those teachings. Epiphany.
Where the black light gathers, sadness is born. In other words, where the Shadow Man's sightline points. That's my guess.
So that would be... that skull?
That's sadness?
All of her ideas are poured into her writing, and the blank are strongly tied to those teachings. Why can I have another epiphany?
Where the black light gathers, sadness is born. In other words, where the Shadow Man's sightline points. That's my guess.
So that would be... that skull?
That's sadness?
All of her ideas are poured into her writing, and the rules of this stream are strongly tied to those teachings.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
This one is bigger and misshapen.
Gen?
Why is Gen here?
He looks like he's in pain. Why?
Huh?
Disappeared. I wonder what the relationship between Tokiko and Gen is.
What was that?
Ryuki, you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like the book was the hint. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
After the sync, we need to ask Tokiko about Gen.
Tokiko is blank blank and blank 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 within blank.
Did you see that? It became Shoma for a split second. Maybe Tokiko is related to him as well.
Why Shoma? Tama, make chase! Throw yourself in the water!
You make it sound like I'm committing suicide. Okay, here we go.
Is Tokiko Shoma's mother?
It's the same room again. But this time, the room itself is underwater too.
If this is the same as earlier, there has to be something related to Shoma.
Is this? It says, where the water and ideas flow, love is born.
More metaphors, huh? It must be some kind of hint, like last time.
Ugh, fucking gang signs.
It's a hand. And this.
The non-upal X symbol.
I remember Tokiko mentioning it.
I'm curious about the water and ideas flow part.
Anyway, let's check inside.
Yeah, if we get stuck, we can read the hint again and figure it out.
Think harder.
Where the water and ideas flow, love is born. What does where the water and ideas flow mean?
This room is submerged, so maybe the water has a current to it. Kinda like those lazy rivers at water parks.
I've never been to one.
Oh, right. Sorry. Anyway, I figure the water must be going somewhere.
So if we go with the flow, love will be born?
Well, it's the only hint we have. Let's figure out where the water goes.
Epiphany.
Where the water and ideas flow, love is born. So if we ride the current, it'll take us somewhere.
Looks like the water flows to... these 3 spots.
So we need to do something with the hand signs there?
Yeah, guess so. Let's check those 3.
4 minutes remaining.
How should I check? High five?
When in Rome. How about making the same hand sign?
It lit up.
This world is a lie. Do you understand?
Was that Tokiko's voice?
It sounded like she was talking to someone.
Tokiko has blank blank and blank blank completely within blank.
Too bright!
It's silent. You will follow my orders.
Tokiko's voice again.
I wonder who she's talking to. She can't be talking to herself.
Tokiko has blank blank and blank resides completely within blank. What should I do if an old guy attacks me? Crush throat. Not for amateur Z. Don't crush Buddha statues.
Let's transcend this world together.
Wait, she must be talking to...
Ryuki, look! Outside the window.
Shoma?
Ah!
What's going on?
Decipher the book and find out the truth.
So she does have a relationship with Shoma.
Maybe what we heard earlier was for Shoma too.
Love is born.
Let's think about it later. Look at that.
Oh my god.
It looks painful.
I have a bad feeling about this. Follow it.
Tokiko has lost blank and blank resides completely within blank. Oh, it's dark down here. And it's very far down too.
You have 3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
It's the same room again, but vertical?
This is really messing with my sense of balance. How far does this room even go?
Another book. Hopefully this is the last.
It says, when the eyes are met, death is born.
Death? Tokiko is getting more and more suspicious.
Maybe our focus should be on Nyes. the book, and an eyeball.
Do you think that's what is meant by eyes are met?
Maybe it's talking about me.
You are an eyeball. Tama, why don't you lock eyes with it?
Are you trying to kill me? It said death is born.
Then, when the eyes are met is...
Ricardo.
When the eyes are met, death is born. The eyes must be referring to those eyeballs.
Maybe we need to point them at each other.
And there was that red book, right? It looked important.
According to what we've learned so far, everything in the room has something to do with the words in the books. So the hint here has something to do with eyes.
If we get the eyes to meet, death will be created.
I wonder what'll happen. Let's check the book and eyeballs.
The Epiphany's very frontal.
When the eyes are met, death is born. Maybe we just need to direct the sight lines to each other.
Yeah, set them opposite each other. That and... that one.
The red book had an eye symbol on the left and right pages. What about that?
If we touch the pages, wouldn't that be eyes meeting?
So you think we should close the book?
Yeah, that might be what it means.
So change the direction of the eyes and close the book. Got it.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
A big eyeball. What is going on inside her head that would make this appear?
Like I said, that old woman is crazy. So what's it gonna be?
Poke eye.
And spin. I set the eyes to face each other.
Blank. It seems Tokiko's blank.
It's a red book of nice teachings.
It has an eye symbol.
It's filled with eyes. Got it.
This should do it.
Tokiko is blank, and her mind resides completely within. There are timies with negative effects. Negative timies spend time and are forced to be used if you get one, so be careful. Yes, I'm aware of that.
This!
An eyeball.
Is this what eyes meeting means?
Digging deeper, it seems Tokiko is blank.
A red book. Got it. So, did we make the eyes meet?
Tokiko has lost all sense of emotion, and her mind resides completely within a blank.
A new book.
When the eyes are met, death is born. Death. Tama, let's check that out too.
You have less than a minute left. Hurry!
It's a new book of Nai's teachings. This time, it's closed.
Flip.
Okay. Nothing is happening. It looks like a normal book.
It's kind of eerie, but you should look.
Tokiko has lost all sense of emotion, and her mind resides completely within nirvanA.
30 seconds left!
It's another red book. Huh? A mirror? What was that?
So many people. What is Tokiko thinking?
What the fuck?
So you want me to dive in again?
Tama, go!
Oh god.
Thought I was gonna fall forever.
You got some balls, Tama.
Thanks. But there's nothing here.
Doesn't look like we can learn anything here.
Hmm? That's... At the end of an incomplete world, truth is born.
That's...
Non-Mutable X. There's something there.
Let's go.
It's almost time, Ryuki.
Huh? Already? We haven't even gotten close to the truth. Tokiko.
What the fuck? How do you do the last part without running out of time?
I can't really make out what happened, though. I did see Gen, I think.
It was just really chaotic.
Maybe the key to solving this somnium has to do with what we found in the Nye's book.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. That will help us? I don't know about that. I don't see how that will help us right now.
I don't think it's completely unrelated, but...
The next suspicious thing is...
Do you see anything?
Not really. Seems a lot deeper. It was pretty shallow earlier.
Let's dive in.
What? Dive? Here?
Yeah. Where else would I be talking about?
But it's really deep. And red. What if there's an angry Shingu River Ray in there?
Enough with the complaining. You don't even need to breathe. It'll be fine. Go for it.
Fine. Why do you always gain this weird confidence during syncs?
Okay then, well. Okay, so you have all the keys.
That was surprising. All of a sudden, we're out of the water.
We fell from up there.
But we ended up in the same room. Oh look, the book again.
Let's check it out.
This one's not ripped. Just another single phrase. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
Where the black light gathers. Whoa, skulls? Why is Tokiko thinking about this?
Wait, I sense something.
What is this thing?
Huh. They're not doing anything. With this and the skulls, this is getting really creepy all of a sudden.
Maybe that's the black. Let's just search the room for now.
Yeah. If we can't find anything, we'll reread the book and think through our options again.
Well, I know what the answer is, so I can just pick that straight away.
This one is bigger and misshapen.
Again?
He looks like he's in pain. Why?
Why does he use a statue?
Disappeared. I wonder what the relationship between Tokiko and Gen is.
What was that?
Ryuki, you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like the book was the hint. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
After the sync, we need to ask Tokiko about Gen.
Did you see that? It became Shoma for a split second. Maybe Tokiko is related to him as well.
Why Shoma? Tama, make chase! Throw yourself in the water!
You make it sound like I'm committing suicide. Okay, here I go.
In Minecraft, exactly.
It's the same room again. But this time, the room itself is underwater too.
If this is the same as earlier, there has to be something related to Shoma.
It says, where the water and ideas flow, love is born.
More metaphors, huh? It must be some kind of hint, like last time. It's a hand. And this.
The non-upal X symbol.
I remember Tokiko mentioning it.
I'm curious about the water and ideas flow part.
Anyway, let's check inside.
Yeah, if we get stuck, we can read the hint again and figure it out.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
How should I check? High five?
When in Rome. How about making the same hand sign?
It lit up.
This world is a lie. Do you understand?
Was that Tokiko's voice?
It sounded like she was talking to someone.
Oh. What martial art are you good at? Sustainer. Is it true you can breathe a certain way to not feel painy?
It's settled. You will follow my orders.
Tokiko's voice again.
I wonder who she's talking to. She can't be talking to herself.
Let's transcend this world together.
Wait, she must be talking to...
Ryuki, look! Outside the window.
Shoma?
What's going on?
So she does have a relationship with Shoma.
Maybe what we heard earlier was for Shoma too.
Love is born.
Let's think about it later. Look at that. It looks painful.
I have a bad feeling about this. Follow it.
Oh, I hate how long it takes to descend. I hate how you're wasting my time.
the same room again, but vertical?
This is really messing with my sense of balance. How far does this room even go?
Another book. Hopefully this is the last.
4 minutes remaining.
It says, when the eyes are met, death is born.
Death? Tokiko is getting more and more suspicious.
Maybe our focus should be on Nice. The book and an eyeball.
Do you think that's what is meant by eyes are met?
Maybe it's talking about me.
You are an eyeball. Tama, why don't you lock eyes with it?
Are you trying to kill me? It said death is born.
Then, when the eyes are met is... a big eyeball. What is going on inside her head that would make this appear?
Like I said, that old woman is crazy. So what's it gonna be?
Poke it.
Poke. Ouch! Well, thanks. That was pointless.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Can you do it again?
I said it's pointless. Focus, Ryuki.
Digging deeper, it seems Tokiko's thoughts are more clear.
An eyeball. And spin. I set the eyes to face each other. An eyeball.
You know how when you see eyeballs, you just wanna poke them?
You don't sound like you're joking.
I hear it happens a lot in the Adachi district.
That's awfully unfair to people who live there, don't you think?
Come on! Just do it! Smash that eyeball already!
Jeez, you're weird. Fine. Nothing is happening.
Tokiko's not from Adachi, huh?
An eyeball.
Is this what eyes meeting means?
It's a red book of Nai's teachings.
It has an eye symbol.
It's filled with eyes. Got it. So, did we make the eyes meet?
You have 3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
A red book. Got it.
This should do it.
A new book.
When the eyes are met, death is born. Death. Tama, let's check that out too.
I can't see any option at this point then.
It's a new book of Nai's teachings. This time, it's closed. Okay. Nothing is happening. It looks like a normal book.
It's kind of eerie, but you should look.
It's another red book. Huh? A mirror. What was that?
So many people. What is Tokiko thinking?
So you want me to dive in again?
Tama, go!
There's no other options than to jump in.
I thought I was gonna fall forever.
You got some balls, Tama.
Thanks. But there's nothing here.
Doesn't look like we can learn anything here.
Hmm? That's...
See, the problem is you can't inspect for 9.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
Because that's too time consuming. I can't do
You
this.
have less than a minute left.
I don't
Hurry!
have enough time.
At the end of an incomplete world, truth is born.
That's...
Malleable X. There's something there.
Let's go.
Oh. That was negative 27, including the...
30 seconds left.
Including that. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's my stupid mistake, so the running around was a waste of time.
Ryuki, you're out of time.
It's almost time, Ryuki.
Huh? Already? We haven't even gotten close to the truth. Tokiko.
Well, okay.
So she does have a relationship with Shoma.
Maybe what we heard earlier was for Shoma too.
Love is born.
Let's think about it later. Look at that.
Hello, Trista.
It looks painful.
I have a bad feeling about this. Follow it.
Anyway. That's where we have to end it for today. And now that I know the stupid mistake that I made, we will be able to hopefully clear this Somnium next time. There's a possibility I'll play this on Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure because I think there might not be a Wednesday stream. So we'll see. I'll save that. And we shall head back to the menu. But the Sunday Funday stream is going to start very soon, and so I'll need to jump in over there, and I'll see you there soon. But yes, we might stream this on Wednesday, or we might not stream it, depending on what the speaker's schedule is, which I'm not 100% sure of right now. Anyway, thank you for joining me in my futility this last half hour or so. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.